My awful wife confessed that she's in love with my perfect brother on the night he got engaged. She's begging that I forgive her because she chose me over him. My brother and I had a crappy life because we grew up with an abusive stepmother and a neglectful father. My brother would shift my stepmom's abuse on him when she got wasted so she wouldn't hurt me, and he let me stay at his dorm when he left for college. When I turned 16, he let me move in with him permanently, and we never saw our parents again. Years later, my brother quickly became friends with my wife since they had a lot of the same interests. They have the same sense of humor, love the same music, books, movies, and games. They get along very well, and that was so important to me because they're my only family. Currently, my wife is 27 weeks pregnant with our first baby, and I was so excited for us to be a family. I told her how much I wanted a kid, but I eventually did it. As for my brother, he's creating a family of his own. He's been dating his girlfriend for a year, and she was like something out of a romance novel. She's exactly what my brother needed after years of abuse. I could tell she really loved him and I loved that, but I could tell my wife never really liked her. When I asked her about it, she got flustered and told me that she didn't know it was noticeable and apologized. She told me she just didn't think she was good enough for him, which was baffling. Well, my brother's girlfriend proposed to him last night. My wife and I were eating pizza in their living room while they were out on his balcony drinking beers when she suddenly went down on her knees and took out a ring. He was very surprised but happy all the same and said yes. He went inside to tell us the news and we celebrated for a couple of hours. When we went back home, my wife was a little tipsy. She told me she wasn't tired, so she drank one more beer and watched TV. I let her be for about an hour before I went to check up on her. She was just sitting there crying. I asked what was going on, and that's when she told the worst news ever. She was in love with my brother. She has been for years. She knew how wrong it was, told me that she loved me very much and promised to be a good wife and mother to our daughter. I wasn't convinced, though, because she's been emotionally cheating on me for years. I was shocked and confused. I didn't even know if I should tell my brother or what this meant for my relationship. Was it over? The next day, she apologized to me and said that she just felt despair, like she had something very beloved and important in her life that she lost, and she was mourning it. I couldn't believe she was speaking this way about my brother. Now it all made sense why she didn't like his girlfriend. I wish I could have seen the signs sooner because she promised me a life that seems like fiction now. Nothing she says would make up for her betrayal, but she sure did try. She told me she loved me very much and she wanted for this to work for us and the baby. I asked her if she loved him more than me, and she said it's just a different type of love, whatever that means. I asked her if she stayed with me all these years to be near him. She said I was being unfair to her because she did love me. The fact she couldn't answer told me everything I needed to know. I asked her if she was okay with never seeing him again. She teared up, but then said she would do anything to save this marriage. I asked her if she fantasized about him while sleeping with me. She refused to answer at first and then said, "Why are you doing this to yourself?" I asked her if she would lose interest in me if he's out of our lives and it's just us. She looked like she was thinking about this for a while, and then she said that she chose me and my baby. She wants to start therapy and counseling because she thinks this marriage is salvageable. I don't think it is. We had dinner with my brother and his fiancée. After all this happened and my wife was unusually quiet, she didn't even want to talk to my brother and she barely looked at him. My brother was too happy to be nice, so he didn't question her about it. And I know that hurt her, especially since all he did was talk about his fiancée and how happy he was about going on a romantic getaway with her. However, when we were leaving, my wife hugged him far longer than usual, like she didn't want to let go of him. I realized she had never held me like that before. Then she held his hand and congratulated him again. She was tearing up all the while, and she hugged my brother's fiancée to congratulate her. At home, she told me she loved me and she will do anything to make this work, but I shouldn't make any decisions while hurt. I assume she means considering divorce, and I won't lie. My mind has drifted off there sometimes.